What is going on, Lunatic Fringe? The final shakeout of the final shakeout of the final shakeout is finally shaking out. Or is it the final shakeout? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. We don't know. However, it looks like for most of the projects that we talk about, that we're towards the bottom of the range and that a strong and significant bounce to the upside probably will commence short. So that is a guess. And when you look around at the market and you pretend that it's all cooked, etc., 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 then you start to see that really this is just liquidity being sucked out because we've pumped so hard so fast. People are finally just taking profit along the way, and that usually ends up creating a massive reversal, right? Now, a lot of indicators tell me that there could be some real upward momentum coming over the next little while, but we have to finish allowing the market manipulators to finish their manipulation. So if you like this type of content, make sure you hit the like button on the way in. I'm going to explain it to you, but we've got some serious issues that have happened with Luna Classic over the weekend. Let's cover it. Okay, number the firsto, brand new bonus alert. If you have not signed up for Terra Casino yet, we're taking rewards to the next level. Get up to a 360% deposit bonus at Terra Casino. The bigger the deposit, the bigger the reward. Start winning today at terracasino.io. Now, what that means is if you have not already, go sign up and fund and make a deposit. If you do that, they're going to give you extra money with which to do some more spins with, and that'll lead to potential for you to have a much bigger win. Now, between February 24 today and March 2nd, Multiplier Rumble 2 is giving away $4,000. So that is an opportunity for you. All you have to do, a couple of spins gives you wins. Also, we just finished the Multiplier Rush 4 for $6,000. If you want money, this is how you get money. So make sure that you're trying this out today. Sign up, make a deposit, and start playing. Now, CoinIn has reached out to me, and I have not really gone over everything that they're doing. However, here is what I have so far because they put it on Commonwealth as well. So they've got this thing out called BoostPad. Now, while the LUNC community is focused on burns as a solution, this approach has proved to be unsustainable in the long term. BoostPad offers a sustainable alternative by allowing LUNC holders to actively participate in the growth of LUNC's value. The goal is to foster a unified approach that can engage holders, create positive market momentum, and ensure the community effort translates into real growth for LUNC. Instead of relying solely on burning, BoostPad creates a mechanism where holders are incentivized to work together, enhancing market exposure and creating sustained growth for LUNC. That's a decision you guys are going to have to make. We'll have to go over this really and look. In the proposal, they want to implement the BoostPad mechanism on CoinIn to establish a 7-day cycle aimed at driving 2x growth for LUNC holders. This program would provide a platform where holders can actively participate in safe, low-risk solutions designed to create a more sustainable path to recovery. Now, for those of you who don't know, CoinIn is one of the smaller centralized exchanges out there. They're looking for a move into this market and can we increase our exposure? And one of the places that they think they might be able to increase exposure is through Luna Classic. So, and explains how it works here. It's a new model developed by CoinIn to bring more exposure and growth to projects by setting specific goals. LUNC holders can engage by purchasing LUNC tokens through BoostPad. If the target is reached, the value of LUNC increases for all participants. If the target is not met, LUNC and USDT are refunded to participants, ensuring no loss of funds. So, this is the consideration. So I'm going to encourage you to go look at it and decide whether or not you want that as part of what it is that we're doing. Now, moving on to meme coins, as you can see, and this is where we get into a problem, okay? Now, if you notice here, Garuda X still pumping, Food still pumping, Juris still up significantly, Terra not exactly breaking out, but having a nice time of it. Again, Cat with Hat and Hera, all of these. Now, here's the problem. When you come down here, you find the Boys. Now, for those of you that remember, the Boys was actually one of the big pumping tokens a couple of months ago. Zooming out on the daily, you can see over here, when you're talking about it, we actually had a spike in price. And by the way, it probably looks a little bit like a flat line because I haven't drawn it out to make it look cuter for the, but I mean, this is really what happened here. We had a nice little launch, had a nice little rip up here to 5017, capping at 5018 right now. down to like 8 zeros, 27. Like it had a massive, massive sell-off. Now, what is it that happened? And turns out Ross, one of the developers, stole the liquidity. And MBA, this is Mooner's Baron Army, MBA. MBA received some of the liquidity pull from Ross, and that is what we have to work with. We're going to start a 7-day period starting today for all holders of Butcher and Boys to come forward with screenshots of their holdings of both tokens. Along with that screenshot, we need your wallet address. Please post both of these in the newly created channel, Butcher Boys Compensation. We will then take the LP given to us by Ross and the amount of investor holding of Butcher and Boys and make a ratio in the equivalent. Now, what does that basically mean? What that means is that the developer Ross, who was here before, stole from everybody and decided to give a little bit back to some people so that they can try to continue the project. But make no mistake, Ross has stolen from you and robbed you. Now, the reason I say that is because it's the liquidity pull. It's not his money. It's your money. So we do have a rug pull here with the Boys token. Now you can go into that chat and you can attempt to get your compensation. I've seen a lot of people that are in this space that have. I mean, Leonardo from the ceramic proposal. You know, a lot of different people here who've had who've had this in their wallet. And yeah, so they trusted Ross, and Ross screwed them over. So, and that's what I have to say at this point. Now, if there's something that I don't know about, then I can't speak to it. All I can say is this. Some people trusted this guy to run a project, and he stabbed them. That's really what I see so far. So it would occur to me that perhaps Ross is just done with the system. He's made a few bucks and he's decided that, you know, it's not worth it anymore. But again, no matter what explanation I give you, to me, he stole money from you. So if you see this developer Ross out there, then I would suggest do not engage with any of the projects or products that he tries to bring forward in cryptocurrency. And to be fair, he might not even be talented enough to create a project or anything like that. You know, he might have just been lucky. I don't know. So, but anyway, there is a rug pull out there. Luckily for most of us, it's small exposure, and it's something that was down pretty big. And it was a meme coin to begin with. This is what happens to meme coins. You get low rent. You get low rent people like Ross over here, and they just steal from people. So I would be watching with the meme coins. Doesn't mean that they're dead. Just means that, you know, every once in a while you're going to have a scumbag who runs them. So now Tom Holmes, it looks like, is at the forefront. Been a pretty good guy, taking care of it from this point on. And we will see whether or not there will be something to it or so. But yeah, this is, it's not a great look. It's not a great look at all to see something like this happen. You don't want to see you don't want to see criminal filth. You don't want to see dirt bags. You don't want to see these kind of things coming out of any kind of project that you're associated with. But again, you know, sometimes you dirtbag, and dirtbags do dirtbag stuff. So there you have it. Ross stole your money. And that's all we can say for right now. So if anything changes, we'll let you know. All right, now, everything but the 1.86 billion burn has passed. Now, moving forward to this part and then talking about that. Vegas put out a proposal to freeze the assets in that wallet. And we've got Jesus is Lord again. Now, it is my I have to assume at this point that Jesus is Lord is actually somebody from the LFG, the Luna Foundation Guard, or it's somebody associated with Do Kwon, because they are carrying a lot of water for somebody who ripped them off and stole from this community. And Jesus is Lord is protecting them. Now, it's under the guise, by the way, if you were to go and look at their comment and or statement regarding it, then you will find that they've given you some sort of, well, it's just, I don't think that appropriate, bullshit is what they're, okay? And let me show you right here. Stop trying to interfere and leave those funds alone. Certain validators should cease their perpetual desire to forcibly erase or blacklist wallets on-chain and instead respect the principles of immutability and censorship resistance. How about no, Scott? How about no? Now, when this is basically here's what Jesus is Lord is saying. He doesn't care about you. He doesn't care about your ability to interact in this ecosystem. Okay, he wants to make sure a scammer and a thief can continue to scam you and steal from you. That's what he's doing right now. In my opinion, if you're validating with Jesus as Lord at this point, you, my friend, are an idiot. It would be best if all of us told all of our idiot friends, hey, just because it's got the name Jesus in it doesn't mean it's religious. It means that they used the name of your Lord and Savior to rook you into giving him voting power so that he could then control part of this blockchain. That's really what. Now, again, his stance is immutability and like you just can't go in there and govern. You just have to let the vandals and the savages and the thieves steal from you. Okay? Now, that is what he says. That is what he thinks is important. The ability to steal from you and rip you off and take from you is far more important than protecting integrity. That's what he's saying. So if you're still validating with Jesus as Lord, I'm sorry, you're an idiot, okay? Now, Solid Vote has also voted no. Enough of this stupidity. I will veto any future props without official court approval. Now, he's saying the right thing, by the way. This is about court approval. Also, we've got somebody here who says anything with Vegas is NWV, no way vote, I think. So maybe that's the thing right there. I mean, look, and we're all petty in some way. So children do childish stuff, and, that's a little bit petty. But, again, I understand where these people are coming from. Jesus is Lord is trying to make sure that you continue to have an opportunity to be scammed. Other people are trying to make sure that we don't get in trouble with the courts. So that's your decision, though. And by the way, let me go back to voting stake here. 37 billion Luna Classic, 22 billion are validated with Jesus as Lord. He's making money hand over fist off of your niceties. So all of that niceness that you did, all of those things to try to build in this ecosystem, he's just tearing down one by one, and you're letting him do it by validating. Okay, so just know that I said what I said. So now, where do we go from here? Well, let's just move on because we don't really have an answer for this. Looks like most of the people that carry water for the scammers and the thieves, they're going to sit on the sidelines and they're going to do their thing to try to milk you and get as much as they can out of you, like the boys do. Now, as far as price action goes, the whole market has just bottomed again. We're starting that path back down for another big dip. And, you might be asking yourself, well, why is that going? I mean, didn't somebody say the final shakeout? Yeah, shitty influencers on Twitter say dumb shit like, oh, it's a final shakeout, blah, 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 blah. They lie to you, they deceive you, and they just want you to click and they want you to follow them, okay? The reason I don't do that is because I don't think it is. I think it's, I didn't feel despair or anything like that, so it was my opinion that it could go way down even more before it starts to rip and it starts to bounce back in the other direction. And it's the U.S. market. The U.S. market is a bunch of low rent, no good investors who are just trying to steal from you. Okay, and make no mistake about it, we're not all in the same gang here. Okay, these guys are doing everything to steal from you, to get your money, to shake you out of your position. They can buy in cheaper because they're going to be here later on. They're trying to scare you and shake you out and trying to get you out of whatever position you are currently in. You can see that as you scroll down here in the market. All they're doing is just sucking liquidity back out to the point that we're down to 3.06 million in market cap. Now, I do think, by the way, that because we're at the bottom of this, that we should get a strong bounce. Now, we're in the bottom of this channel. This channel has been pretty successful overall at predicating that we're going to have another big upward move. Now, what we did see the last time that happened was a move down here and then a dip way down here a little bit more. And what we got here was a dip even further down, but we've just had this kind of move at the bottom. We've had no pump whatsoever in this market to kind of get a rally. We're back down here at the bottom. It should lead to a move back up towards the top, and that's going to be a lot of money coming back into the market. But I don't think that we've scared the market away, and I don't think that we've shaken anybody out. And if any of you know what I'm talking about when I talk about it, the 200 MA, this purple line right there, that's where the market wants to test. If you look at this process here, you can see here that when we go under it, when we get that move, strong move back up above, and by the way, they're not just attacking the line, it's human sentiment that they're doing. But as you can see, I think we're at the bottom of this region and that a strong bounce is coming. Also in Bitcoin, just to give you an idea, same thing is happening. We're getting towards the bottom where I keep telling you guys that it's going to be your buy zone. So that means Luna Classic also selling off broadly. Now, the last time we bounced down here, you can see what we're talking about right now playing out is actually playing out right here again. We saw this move up here. We saw that double top right there. Then we saw a dump, and then we saw that's when it started to break out and go, right? So we got this move up here. We got this move up here. Now we've got a breakdown. Then it looks like, some sideways action over here, and then boom, we're off to the races, okay? So nothing has fundamentally changed. It's just, again, the U.S. market doing, what can only be described gay shit to steal money from you. It's what the U.S. does, right? The U.S. is all about stealing liquidity from you. So expect to see more of this happening. Now let's move on. Volume up 43%, but the dump is happening. Volume up 20%, but the dump is happening. Now, very little in terms of burns and news and stuff like that that's coming out, except for there's an AMA over here that Ceramic talks about the plan to revitalize USTC with the Clay project. So we'll be watching to see how that develops. LUNC burn tracker, 351 million, bottom of the range supply. Stake bin showing just not a lot of burns happening right now. 19 million yesterday. Sunday, normally the worst day. You go back here to the last Sunday, and that was 27, only 27. So, again, it's, 20 million on the last Sunday. So, it's just a matter of time before something takes off. Now, we had 725 million burn on, I want to say Friday, that was. And then we had another okay day on Saturday, very little on Sunday and Monday. So, again, I think the market is just a little bit shocked and, and stupefied. So let's close this out with, if you want to trade meme coins, then the place to go is terraport.finance. It's where all of the meme coins and all of the utility coins can be traded. You want Garuda X, this is where you get it. You want Juris Protocol, this is where you get it. Terraport.finance for all of your meme coins and utility coin needs on the Terra Luna Classic blockchain. So that's it. That's the show. Thank you so much for tuning in. And remember, it's not financial advice, but I'm always right.